Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for May. Relationship issues are to the fore at the start of this month, and you may be very keen to improve your lot. Now, this could see you more competitive and assertive in your working situation, especially if you're in a fast-moving environment where you have to show your mettle every single day to see off your rivals or to keep the boss happy. But also, Mercury arrives on the 2nd, and this can help you to hear other people's viewpoints more objectively, to not take them quite so to heart. Mercury's been working its way through a more brittle, nervy kind of part of your horoscope. So the communication should, on the face of it, flow, but will it? Because before the end of week 1, Mars and Saturn are in conflict, and Mercury and Saturn too. And this could see you really, really uptight about the way that you're interacting with one particular situation. If you're dealing with someone where you just can't seem to agree, you may be better to call it quits, because if you do, it may be a huge relief. Sometimes there are situations where we just cannot say any more to solve things. You just have to accept it ain't going to work and walk away. On the other hand, any frustrations or delays or obstacles you meet may make you all the more determined to see your goals through. And if so, your rewards can come on the 10th, when a stunning solar eclipse can join in with Mercury, provides a backdrop of energy for the following 6 months, which can see you link out very skillfully with other people and overcome the more restrictive energy that Saturn is putting on you as it transits through your sign. But also, pleasingly, on the 10th, Venus moves into a very passionate part of your zone. Now, if you're a Scorpio person who often says, "I wish," when you hear astrologers say that you are the most intense, passionate and mysterious member of the zodiac, and wish that your love life was a little bit feistier than it actually is, well, Venus's arrival on the 10th certainly can provide some magic. And it could be somebody you meet through your work, who you really do take a fancy to before the end of this month. But Venus in this area can also be good for finances, and you can gain through somebody else's generosity, vision or skills. So if there is somebody in your world that is very knowledgeable, stay close to them. Now, Mercury moves on the 16th also into this area, and if you do need to drill beneath the surface to find out what things really mean, this is brilliant. It also helps you to get at what people are actually meaning rather than what they are saying, and your natural penetrative take on things is just going to be aided from the 16th. The downside, I'm afraid, is that your co-ruler Pluto is going to be clashing with Uranus for the rest of the month, and your nervous system can be the issue that really feels the brunt of this. Think back to last June. Plot forward 5 months. How were you feeling in the latter part of last year? If you felt absolutely drained out, there is the potential for this to happen again. So the best way to handle this is to not try to do too much, to not try to be too virtuous. I know it sounds like a very strange thing. Limit the range of things that you're trying to achieve. Narrow your focus and do what you're doing well, and you limit the possibility of feeling quite wrung out. But if you are interested in improving your health by gentle exercise, eating better, being more conscious of nutrition, that will help you to ward off the more edgy influence that Uranus and Pluto can bring to situations. Now, from the 16th through to the 22nd, that opportunity to use your imagination, and also you do have a rare understanding of new approaches to things. This can be to do with gizmos and gadgets. It can be to do with being more original and inventive in your approach. This is because Uranus is exalted in your sign. And therefore, if you do come up with ideas that at first seem a little bit left field, don't just dismiss them. If you don't follow the crowd, the better you're likely to do. But as the Sun does move on the 21st, I do feel that there could be a part of you that does want some kind of conflict or confrontation. Now, Scorpio people have this reputation of being very secretive, but Scorpios can also be very blunt and to the point, and this part of your nature can be emphasized in the last half of this month. Just be conscious that if you do create ripples, ripples can come back to you. There is, however, an absolutely delicious link between Venus and Jupiter, which is very sexy in week 4 and could see you getting very close and intimate with someone you really do adore. Also, it could see you hitting the jackpot when it comes to a business venture or idea. But there is, I have to tell you, a very tricky lunar eclipse which occurs on the 25th, and this also is going to provide a backdrop for some months to come. This one squares with Neptune, and Neptune's in the part of your horoscope to do with your ideas and the way you express yourself. But the lunar eclipse occurs in a secret area, and gossip can make its way around you in the months to come. Be aware of this. It really could be very, very lowering if you feel that people are not being upfront with you, and not everybody may tell you the absolute unvarnished truth. If people do, try to actually accept it for what it is. Even if it's a bit tough, at least they're being honest. But you yourself could have some psychological phobias and anxieties that do come out into the open over these next few months. However, at the very end of this month, Mars, your other co-ruler, does move into the deep 8th house too. And your determination to improve your lot as far as finances are concerned is certainly going to step up as May comes to a close. It also can see you giving out a very, very raunchy vibe. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.